Let's talk about mobile money fraud. It's nothing new, something we've always had to deal with since the inception of mobile money. Except in the last few months, we're hearing more and more reports of people getting scammed. Some even claiming that the scammers got access to their money without them entering a PIN or giving them any information. We did some research, and while that claim doesn't seem to hold true, there are other means by which scammers can scam you. So let's examine them. Number one is malware, or what we used to call viruses back in the day. Generally, what they'll do is they'll try to build a sense of urgency in you using two of our strongest emotions: fear or greed. For example, they might send you a link saying that, hey, I saw some news of you on this website, go check it out. Or you receive a message saying that you won some money when you didn't enter no sweepstakes. What ends up happening is when these emotions hit you, you don't stop to think, you just act. You click the link, go there. Maybe they ask you to download something. Maybe they ask you to do something. Maybe you're using an old device, you get infected, and then the scammers, or in this case, hackers, can stay in the background, just observe you, or even remotely control your device. This isn't common, not at all. It relies on a lot of advanced techniques in order to pull off. So most often, this doesn't really happen. Outside of this, the other common ways of scammers getting access to you is through you, because the human being is the most vulnerable thing that exists, right? So, let me tell you a story. A lady receives a phone call from a woman purporting to be from MTN. She asks if she can conduct a survey, and this woman says, sure. She's elderly, trusting, and very kind. So she decides to work with this woman. They go through the survey, they are done. At the end of it, the woman has already built legitimacy. She's from MTN. Now, she wants to build some kind of rapport with the woman. So she says, hey, be careful out there. There are a lot of scammers. Don't give your PIN to anyone. Just be careful. And the old man will feel like, okay, she likes me, so maybe she cares about me. She's trying to warn me. And she says, oh, we want to reward you for spending time to have this survey with us. So what does she say? She says, well, we need to generate a unique code for you, and then we would send you the code that you would use to redeem your reward. So she starts. Take the number 500, add, multiply it by 6, add 10 to it, subtract your PIN, multiply by 2, give me that number. If you know this childhood magic trick, you know exactly what just happened. Inadvertently, if you give them that number, they can reverse it and get your PIN. So they get access to a PIN, they initiate a Momo app in their login, it sends her an OTP. Then the woman goes on to say, hey, we've sent you a code. Please take that code, give it to us. It's what to confirm your reward. And she goes ahead, does it, and they get access to her money. In this case, inadvertently, you've given them all the information they need. They get access. The other one, which is more common and which has also happened to me, even actually recently, I didn't fall for it, but they attempted it on me, is where I woke up in the morning, I saw a few missed calls from a number. The true caller said, Momo agent. So I was like, sounds fishy, because I've been investigating this Momo thing, right? A few hours later, he calls me and says, hey, good morning, my name is Mike. I'm calling you from wherever, Sunyani. We sent you 800 CDs. Can you please check your balance and send it back to me? I'm like, nope, get the heck off my phone, call MTN, ask them. And he calls me back and is trying to guilt me. If you help me out, turn off your phone. You're not trying to help me. I'm like, dude, you didn't buy my phone from me. You don't control it, right? So I put my phone down, and 2 seconds later, I see a pop-up from, this was the teller. 7 CDs. I don't know if it's an authorization or an actual debit, but 7 CDs. I ignore it. Then a second prompt comes in. I'm like, okay, very, very fishy, right? So I completely ignore it, and then I'm like, this is how they do it. So what would happen is they call you, try to get you to perform your balance check, because they're not asking you to send them the money. They know that we no longer do that. So what they do instead is they ask you to perform a balance check. You enter your *170, you do, the balance is coming up, and then MTN asks you for your PIN during the balance check. What they are hoping to do is that they slot in a debit prompt there, and when you don't read it and you're not careful, what would end up happening is you give them your money. So yes, these are the things that we need to be careful of and wary of. They try to play on our minds, trying to build sense of urgency. If someone is trying to get you to act really quickly, then usually you have to be wary, because it most likely means that they're trying to let you act without thinking. So if there's a sense of urgency, you don't know the person, and they're trying to let you to do things quickly without thinking about it, stop and think. Read. That's generally how they'll get you. Now, let's discuss MTN's role in all of this. As I said, from our investigations, it does not look like MTN has any issues here. With regards to the API being open where people can just debit money directly. However, MTN has 3 apps on the Play Store: the Momo app, my MTN app, and the My Momo app. The My Momo app and my MTN app sort of need your SIM card in the device. We're not going to talk about that because there's different ways to work around it. But the one that's vulnerable is the old app, the Momo app. With the Momo app, it just requires you to enter the person's PIN, phone number, PIN, and when they get an OTP, they're able to transact. You just need a PIN to get in, right? So that's what they did to the old lady, where they asked her to give them the unique code. And that app ideally should be discontinued. The other issue is where the prompts are sent to you. And the prompts are sent to you, what's happening is they are using MTN's APIs, which are given to merchants. So you notice that the 2 most common attempts come from the More app, and the other one being the Teller app. And with the More app is an app that allows you to connect your wallet to it and then debit money and send it out, right? So it's more of a transfer app. There's a problem with how they operate, in the sense that they don't even verify ownership of the device. They just automatically send you the prompt, and that's why hackers are going by this. For apps that do money transfer and stuff like that, generally you're supposed to first of all even authorize the ownership of the device before you go ahead. But yes, they're using legitimate services in order to take advantage of people. We've seen this happen all along. But just be careful. Don't be scared that someone's going to debit your money directly from your account without you knowing anything. Generally, you would have done something to lead to it. Don't be worried. Take care of your money. Always take time to read. Don't act out of urgency. And in general, just be careful out there. Have a good one. Zadam Tech Guy. Peace.